Did you push the goddamn button?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, good. You're not upset.
Why you looking like?
Today we're talking about a ram.
I don't know you need food snacks.
I'm so lost in translation.
Yeah, looking like a damn gremlin.
Is my hair doing something it should be doing?
No, I said you looking like a damn gremlin. You just paused, man. You just like, you just slipped that smiling. Like, did you press the button? I'm like,
I was waiting for you to do the entrance, damn it. Brody was distracting me a little bit. I said push the goddamn button. He saw every minute of rush hour there.
Well,
I saw the play. I saw the whole movie play in his head in like 2 seconds. He was like, that's a good movie.
all right. You want to start it?
You good? Did you cry?
Yeah, I cried a little bit because laughing at your fun looking ass.
So you can do you want to get something because you're not here yet.
Go ahead and start that. Somebody start talking about some shit.
We're talking about the Rams today. We're talking about acquisitions. Brody, who they get?
No.
You said you were on the page.
I also said I was eating fruit snacks. You knew what was going on here. You watched me throw a handful in my mouth and then asked me to begin speaking. So that's on you.
Ooh, Lord.
This is a great episode.
Alright, let's go to Parker's first. They got rid of Carson Wentz. They got rid of Royce Freeman, Bryson Hopkins, Brian Allen, Coleman Shelton, Aaron Donald, Jonah Williams, Troy Reader, Ahkello Witherspoon, Jordan Fuller, John Johnson, and Brett Maher.
To be fair, they did get rid of Aaron Donald. He retired.
Hey,
Yeah.
they wanted to pay him more. He probably would have stayed.
But the guy's name's John Johnson. Those parents were just like, you know what? Just name him after his last name.
Right there.
Right? What's his middle name, son? Johnson.
The people they got. They got Jimmy Garoppolo, Demarcus Robinson, Kobe Parkinson, Kevin Dotson, Jonah Jackson, Laurel Murchison, Christian Rosenboom, Tre'Davious White, Darius Williams, Cameron Curl.
You guys were playing music chairs.
Hey, and the people they drafted was Jared Verse in the first round, Brandon Fisk in the second round, and Blake Corum and Cam Kitchen, the best safety in the draft from the U. In the third round, Brennan Jackson in the fifth round, Tyler Davis and Joshua Cady, Jordan Whittington, Bo Limmer there. In the sixth round, KT Leviston. Did I say Leviston in the seventh round. All right. So, Jordy, what you thinking?
What you drinking?
Nothing at the moment.
Your mama bad for.
What I do,
gross. You got some interesting tastes over there, Brody.
I absolutely don't. And y'all back and forth on your mother's bullshit, right? Y'all keep that between y'all. Don't bring me into your weird.
Your mother's a saint. You would never talk about your mother.
Exactly. We'll just keep it that way. Lucy gone.
JT, where you at on
I mean, you can go ahead.
What's the I said, will it be the same when we come back to you?
Oh Lord, that's too funny. Alright. I'm sorry. Alright, go ahead, Jordan.
Hey, dogs. Hey!
Hey! You. Jordan, where are you?
Probably been good if I would have done that for you.
Is you good now?
No.
And they just put muted me.
You did it too late anyway, so what was the point?
They gave him too much power with this. There was some great power comes great responsibility, okay? You're abusing it.
That's false. Be the villain you want to be. I don't know. The Rams were like 10-7. Everybody was kind of hot on them when they like at the beginning of the season. Then they just kind of like fizzled, and then you thought they were going to come back, and then they didn't quite do it, and then it was like no one wanted to like count them out, but they were super lackluster all year. Defense was kind of towards the back of the pack, offense middle of the pack, toward maybe top half of the pack. They're sitting probably like 10, 12, that kind of area. But like as far as their defense, they're sitting like in the 20s. So it's like I didn't really have much to say about them last year. So it was like I don't know what you're doing.
I'm gonna figure out what Aaron's is doing. He creeped me the fuck out. Yeah, smile, bro. I was wanting to go. I was like, patch, man. Did Aaron finally lose his mind?
Finally? You haven't had that in years. But yeah, I didn't really have anything to like harp in on them from like last year, other than like their offense was okay, but their defense wasn't playing complimentary football at all. So it was like it didn't really matter how good you were doing if your defense was just gonna let somebody walk in. And it was like so changing a little bit of the O line, changing a little bit of the D line, getting some new corners. It's mostly looking like they were working mostly towards working on their defense. So that's at least a good thing, because if they're going off, hey, your offense was closer to the front of the pack. You get your defense to play complimentary football, then you're sitting pretty. But I don't think they had too much wrong with them last year. They just weren't winning the games. So it was like your offensive side of the ball was all right, but your defensive side of the ball was just bad. So it's like watching their games. It was just like, all right, so we're just playing offense today. It was like a 7-on-7 game. Like that's all I got for them.
What about you, JT?
I mean, I'm kind of there with Brody. I'm confused about why they picked up Jimmy Garoppolo.
Because their quarterback is like glass.
He's getting older and stuff like that.
No. His ass is like glass.
So, I guess picking up Jimmy G might be good for him then.
Well, Jimmy G ain't no bet. To be fair, Jimmy G ain't no damn better. You can sneeze on his ass too, and he'll fall.
That's true. He's very injury prone.
Hey, you also need a cough, right?
A sneeze and a cough.
I think for sure.
At least Matthew Stafford is a tough guy.
True. Seen him play through injuries a lot, broken bones and stuff like that. But he's from a different generation, so losing Aaron Donald is a big blow to their defense, regardless of what they picked up and who they got. Aaron Donald was a beast; everyone knew that. But I'm kind of there with Brody. Like, doesn't seem like they changed like too much. They picked up a lot for their defense, which we get better. Obviously, like Brody said, they're like 24th, something like that. So pretty down there. Yeah. I know their a lot of points per game was pretty high too. So they could just get they get, like Brody said, play complimentary football. I think they'll be fine. I mean, they're not going to win their division with the 49ers being in there, but they could definitely still make the playoffs doing something. Who knows? The Cardinals did a lot in the offseason, so we'll see how they do. Makes me interesting. I think everyone's playing for second though in that division.
How you feeling, Randall?
Yeah.
First and foremost, I think they did better than expected. First and foremost, I think they oversee everyone's expectation.
What was their draft grade?
B plus. I think it was B plus. But everybody knows these draft classes can be wrong. Jared Verse could come out and be the next Marcus Lawrence. No, not Marcus Lawrence. But what's the other guy that came out of Dallas? DeMarcus Ware. There you go. He could be the next D Ware coming out of freaking Fresno State, not Fresno State, Florida State. Florida State. We don't know, but these draft grades. I just look at them. Just never know what you got. We talked about in the last video. The NFL is hard. We don't never know what these guys are going to come and be like until they get into their NFL careers. With that being said, to Jordy's point, their defense was bad. It was very bad. I think their team did do better than what everyone thought that they were, and that to me comes down to coaching. I think they have the right coaching staff in play, the right head coach in play. They did lose Raheem Morris to Atlanta. He was the defensive coordinator in St. Louis. St. Louis, Lord, in LA, because they're the Rams. Yeah. So we'll see how the defense look now that he's been promoted to head coach in Atlanta. Man, it's going to be interesting. If they can fill the gap somewhat on defense and their offense continue to grow, Cooper Kupp can stay healthy, and Puka Nacua continues to grow as a player. Matthew Stafford can stay healthy and they're able to continue to block for him. I think this is a dangerous team that nobody wants to see, including the 49ers. And so I like what they're doing as far as the defense. I like what they did during the draft. They addressed the secondary while getting Cam Kitchens, like I said, one of my favorite players in this past year's draft. They got Jared Verse and Brandon Fisk from Florida State. Those guys can get after the quarterback. They addressed the running back issue as well to pair Blake Corum with the running back they had last year. I forgot his name, but to pair him with the same guy. They also got a kicker, Josh Cady out of Stanford. That's going to be interesting because they let Brett Maher go during free agency. So it's going to be an interesting group. But as far as the overall team, despite their defense letting everybody walk down the field on them, I like the team. They can only go up. They can only get better. And like I said, when you have an unknown, when you have a lot of unknown for as talent-wise, and you don't make no big splashes during the free agency, it comes down to coaching. Mike Tomlin says he loves this about coaching because a lot of people run from coaching. They like to blame the players. But as a coach, it's up to you to develop those players and get the best out of those players, whether it's putting them on special teams or having them in a backup role or a specialty role where you come in on third down to pass rush or a nickel guy. It's up to you to get the best out of those players. And I think last year, for that group, the head Sean McVay got the best out of that group. So I look forward to see what he does with a more talented team and a more healthy team this year. And I would put the 49ers on notice. The 49ers might not win this division. If this team is healthy and able to produce, good luck.
I mean, it wasn't like the 49ers were completely untouchable last year. It was just that they showed out when they were supposed to.
They beat the teams that they were supposed to. Yes, you're right. But at the same time, this team has always given the 49ers fit. And if their defense is able to play better than they did last year, oh, good luck, man. Good luck. They're both in California.
I've said it every year, and I will keep saying it. Divisional games are different.
It is. It's completely different. So,
and to piggyback off what you were saying as far as they staying healthy and being able to complete the year out, looking at like just their receiving core, Puka Nacua doubled the next person in yards.
Exactly.
Like just straight up doubled, and that person was Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, and he went there half the season.
And it was like, so with him being out half the season and still being number 2, and Puka doubling his numbers, that means nobody else was doing anything.
Exactly, yeah.
Their offense was still pretty good.
Still pretty good. So, I look forward to seeing them more so than the Cardinals play this year. Because, like I said, they got a coach who actually knows how to get the best out of their players. And he's coached his behind off these past several years. And they recently won a Super Bowl. So, something the 49ers haven't done. So, since the 90s, to be fair, yeah, since the 90s. So, but yeah. That's all I got to say about them. Y'all good?
Yeah.
All right. Till next time, y'all. Peace.